And I was just like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever.
When we released Hybrid Theory, we were traveling in an RV. We really didn't know if we were going to be able to continue to play music on the road and be a band. And when Hybrid Theory was released and it became a success, there was a comfort to know that we can do music as a career. You know, let this become our lives, and that's one of the greatest things that's come out of the success of the record. And just being able to do what we love for a living is an amazing thing.
Winning a Grammy for me was like I felt like was a huge accomplishment. But things like that are just icing on the cake. You know, I think the best thing that happens to us as a band is being able to go out and play live shows and just being able to feed off the crowd and our supporters who are actually come and pay money to see us. And there's nothing that compares to that.
There was one time when we had just played Conan O'Brien. The single that was out at that time was One Step Closer. I mean, we were just kind of getting started in our minds, you know? And we were at the airport after the show, and sitting there, and I'm looking across the way, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Slick Rick. He's so obvious. He's like he had a little beret on, he has an eye patch, he has gold teeth, and all this jewelry and stuff. I mean, it's impossible to miss the guy. He's sitting there with like a fur coat on. And I was just thinking, wow, that's crazy that I'm seeing Slick Rick in the airport. Well, it wasn't as crazy as when he came up to us and said, hey, I caught you guys on Conan O'Brien, good show. And I was just like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. Slick Rick just came up and talked to us. Things like that you never get used to it, you know.